Everybody, welcome back. Um, what's to really say about that? You know, like really. Um, boy, what do we say about that? Okay, let me start with a bit of a history lesson. Okay, let me just take it back, just really briefly. So this was the last double special that we got. Okay, it was from December. Simpler Times December. Christmas and whatnot. The only new duo harmonized we got on this banner was Kagero. And prior to this, there had always been a standardization that double special banners followed in Fire Emblem Heroes. And that is a couple of rules. Number one, there is always 2 4-stars on the banner. Check. Number 2, there are always never color sharing new harmonized or duo heroes with 4 stars. Check. There are always 2 new harmonized or duo heroes, usually following an order of appearance from banner debut. I don't know what the opposite of check is, but not check. No check. So what we ended up getting were a couple backfills, right? We had Sigurd and Sayri from way back in the Bride banner. We finally saw Ash from the Spring banner, which just took forever for him to come back. And then we had 2 random, slightly older harmonized heroes. In green, like literally nothing new from green. And then we had a new harmonized duo in Kagero from the Wind Tribe Festival. And then the previous years at the time, or that year's at the time, duo from Devotion being Elise. Confusing. I know. Let's jump ahead to this. So there were some questions. Okay, there were some questions because in chat the other night when I was live, youtube.com/@KCBBryan/live, there was some confusion around these anniversary banners that we got. And what they really are is just, oh my gosh, so many ads. They're special heroes, okay, from book 7, basically. And what they did was show up for the anniversary, right? We love that. In 3 parts. So it was every special hero that you could have gotten from book 7, more or less, right? And what it accompanied was that free special hero selector from year 7 that they also did from the anniversary. And if you don't remember what that was, you basically got a one-shot banner, 1 free pull. Whatever stone you pulled was going to be a year 7 special hero. 4-star, duo, harmonized, 5-star, what have you. That was that. What these were basically chances for you to summon on something that you didn't get before. So if you were hoping like, oh, I really hope there's a green stone so that I can try and get an Ephraim from the summer banner because he's hot or something, Or he has all the fodder that I want to give my Ferdinand von Ayer. But then you just got blue stones. And you ended up pulling a Wind Festival Katria instead. These banners appeared to basically give you a chance to then go back in and summon on stuff that you actually wanted. And they came out after that free pull event thing happened. Okay, so these are not double special banners. They seemed very similar, but they are not double special hero banners. That's what these are, and the last one we technically got was in December of last year, 2023, so about 3 months ago. They no longer follow a pattern, just straight up. Like, they did for a little while, and I don't really know what's happened to them. But now that I have that predication out of the way, let's take a look at this. So, these are who we have upcoming. Okay? I've filled it out. I've even put in little plugs for what I presume will continue to be the tradition April banner for special heroes being children's banner, right? Kid versions of your favorite heroes. Probably Valentian. These are the remainders that we have. It's getting better. It's getting better. The last time I did this, there were like 5 red options. Now there's only 3, right? We got a couple 4-stars in here. Claude is also there because Claude's literally everywhere all the time. Speaking of, something else they did in those Special Heroes anniversary banners. In the notes of them, they talked about heroes when they'd be coming back. Now, most of them were in relation to their rerun banners for their corresponding holidays. So it talked a little bit about spring options, right? Like when Carla would be coming back, for example. Turns out, in those notes, were also Katria and Claude from the Wind Festival. So, I know what you're thinking. KCB, isn't it true that Claude was just on those Year 7 revivals? And isn't it true that he's also coming up on a Hero Rises? And isn't it also true that that means he's going to be on the double special per the notes? Since those notes came out before the results of a Hero Rises top 4? Yes. Yes to all of them. You will have had, in a 4-week period, a chance to get Windswept Claude 3 times. Oh, God. I can't. I literally can't, man. The imbalance here. The imbalance is wild. Okay. So, that said, we know a couple things. Number 1, the usual pattern does not exist any longer. Okay? December basically broke that. And it may have just been like it's December, haha, winter things, let's spoil players and put like 4 duo heroes on a single double special. Valid. That's a valid thing. But I don't know that that's a true thing. Also. So I'm going to interpret that as the remaining pool of filler options that needed to be put in with the current restrictions of, the 2 4-stars, the 2 duo heroes, only 2 of every color, right? They had to slow down the rate of entry. because at previous time, it was 4 to 6 months after a banner's debut, their duo or harmonized rep would likely be on a double special. So you would basically get a chance to summon the same annual special hero on debut twice in that same year. Once on their initial banner, and then again on their double special. However, as you can see in the upcoming pool, there's a fair amount of color share happening. Ninja Banner in green, Desert Banner in red, right? Which causes you to miss out on other representations, mostly colorless, right? And so if you have to have 2 reps for every color, but you can't pull those reps too soon, you have to backfill with other stuff. And so I think what they're doing by adding in these extra additional slightly older duo harmonized options is they're slowing the rate of entry that these newer debuting special heroes appear at. Okay, they're slowing down that entry point. So instead of 4 to 6 weeks, what we might start seeing is 6 to 8 weeks. You know what I mean? Or not weeks, but months, right? So here's what we know. We know that Katria and Claude are coming back. So that is a known 5-star and a known 4-star. We then know, right, that more than likely La Rochelle will be there. So that's our 2 4-star options. I don't think that they would put Ferdinand in there alongside Claude. They might. They could do that. But then who is your newest debut harmonized option going to be? Technically, it would be Halloween Anna. And as we saw from the previous banner, they haven't quite broken that approach yet. The only newest appearing duo or harmonized option was Kagero, and that banner did take place in September. So logically speaking, you would assume that the next option would be Anna and not Ninja Sonic, for example, or Winter Byleth, right? They wouldn't jump over the next debuting order harmonized duo option. So what that's kind of left me to do is throw something like this together. Now, I don't know what they're going to do for colorless, okay? Other than, I think La Rochelle's probably coming back. That makes the most sense, because I don't think they would put Seedall there, because they already have enough red to try and backfill. And that seems silly to me. Like, they would be silly to do that, right? We know Claude's there. We know Katria's there. I think what they're going to do is give us a Claude Halloween Anna pairing. Okay. I think they're going to backfill Summer red with Shez and Fjorm. And then I think alongside the 2 4-stars to give them extra benefit, right? I think they're going to backfill with slightly older duo and harmonized options in those colors. So, example, I think what might happen is that for blue, they throw in, Kid Mark, right? Or Winter Cordelia. And then colorless, maybe they put, I don't know, New Year Asker. Is he colorless? I don't know. I don't remember. Something along those lines, right? I think that's what they're going to do to try and give value to those. But I also could be completely wrong. The issue is that there's too much red to put in Ninja Sonic. They have to backfill red, right? They can't necessarily pair a duo or harmonized that's new with 4-stars, but maybe they would do it with older options. And we know that Claude is there, so it's going to be Halloween Anna alongside him because she is next in line. So Ferdinand is out. So the way that these pieces have fallen, it is kind of cemented in what they can and cannot do, given our current understanding of what they do with these banners. That is going to change, for sure. But we are in a bit of a transitioning phase, one might call it, because we don't really know what the heck they're doing. But this does fit with previous double special in that we have 2 backfill options. We have our newest duo harmonize showing up. We're still keeping 2 4-stars, and we're plugging along with backfilling older options. The oldest of them being the summer heroes at this point, because anything after summer would have been stuff like Tea Time or Windfest, right? So I think, given the fact that those heroes typically showed up in like November, December, and we still have some, that maybe they'll want to get them in there soon, because the next time we'll have a double special is going to be May, theoretically. And then those summer banners are going to rerun in June and July. So there's really no benefit of spacing them out to get people to summon on them, if they could literally just wait like 4 weeks and just summon for them again. I don't see the benefit in that, but maybe that is their plan. I don't know. But we'll find out. This is my best shot. I hope that it's somewhat close to what we end up seeing, because I genuinely don't want to try and lead people astray, but at the same time, I have to get creative because we don't really know what's going on with them. But I hope that this helped you. I know that there are a lot of banners happening, and I wanted to try and get this out before a hero rises, so that maybe you didn't impulse summon on the hero rises banner by chance, right? Remember, they might tell you it's like a 23% rate up, but in reality it's still a 77% not in your favor. So just, I know that a lot of my colleagues are hyping it up, and I just want to reset expectations for you a little bit, not to be a downer or a wet blanket, but just, I have a lot of luck in my videos. I am the exception to the rule. Okay? And I don't say that in a bad way. I'm just, the reality is oftentimes very different from how it is portrayed online. So that is what I have for you. I don't know what the hell's going on with double special banners, but I hope we find out soon. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, we'll see how that ages. And I got nothing else. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.